Good morning, everybody. Okay, a question you see a lot on Facebook and on the internet in general concerning Clear Creek are about the camping options. So now that it's a nice Monday morning and the place is pretty much deserted, I'm going to try and do a walkthrough here, show you every site, tell you the site numbers, and I'm not going to comment too much on what I think about the site, because what I think is suitable for any certain size RV or a tent or hammock or whatever may differ from what you think. So I'll try not to inject my opinion too much, but I will occasionally. So all right, we'll start here. This is what you would call, I guess, the main loop, I think is what they call it on the website. So let's do this. We'll start walking. Some of these sites are occupied, but I don't see too many people up, so won't be invading too many people's privacy. Okay, site 1. These are all right along the main access road to the park. A lot of traffic. Shouldn't have worn my Crocs. Sorry for the squeaking, but site 2. Site 3. All the sites have picnic tables, fire rings, and lantern hangers, which most people seem to use as a clothesline post. Site 4. Now, behind these sites there is a little stream waterway it's all spring fed. Most of the time it's just a trickle. I'm kind of surprised it's running at all right now, but there is some water in there. Site 5. All these sites do have electric. Almost every site in the park has electric now. I'll denote the ones that don't. Site 6. Something about, I mean, the boundaries on either side are pretty well defined, but behind there really is no stopping point per se. So like back there I could see a couple trees that you could probably hang a hammock from. Are they on the site? I don't know. I don't think anybody's gonna ding you if you hang a hammock or set up a tent back there, but I don't know. Site 7. Every so often you'll see these water hydrants. It is well water. I don't think it's treated. Right now, with it being so dry, the water doesn't taste too bad, but when it's wet, it kind of gets a funky taste to it. Site 8. Site 9. 9 always used to be my favorite site, but not so much anymore. Okay, now we're heading into the sites that have somewhat of a view of the river. Alright, site 10. And I will say that between sites 9 and 10, there's a little footbridge back there that crosses that waterway, so it goes over to the ball fields. So you could get people coming through between your sites if that's a consideration to you. Site 10, I'm only walking back here to show you the river and figure out what this is. Beats me. All right, there's the river down there. And at most of these sites you will find a little path carved down through to the river frontage like that. Me being 60 years old, I'd have a little trouble navigating that, but I could do it. There's not exactly a view of the river per se because of all this growth. So are you going to sit at your campsite and watch the river flow? Nah, not really. All right, let's get back out to the road where I can show you site numbers. All right, so I told you that was 10, right? With the, whatever that thing back there with the caution tape is, that's 10. $11. $12. There is a view of the river somewhat in 12. $13. Okay, I will interject a little comment on this one. Most of the complaints you see online are about this site because it's just a little triangular sliver, and you have this pole and this guy wire. It is river frontage though. Okay, so that's 13. That's the last site in that stretch. And you're coming on down the road here. Now you go on down there and cross the bridge, and then you get to the other loop. But on the other side of the road, we pick up with, sorry for the sun, site 14, which goes on back there, just beyond that tree is Clear Creek. So 14. $15. 16. might show you where these are in proximity to the road here. $17. $18. Right behind 18 is a water hydrant. So be aware with that is you may have some people coming up behind your site to get water. Hang on, I'll be right back. I got a fly in my ear I'm gonna try and get rid of. $19. $20, which is ADA compliant, paved, picnic tables on pavement, and that little building back there is a pit toilet, aka outhouse. It has paved path to it, and that little, I'll come up to it so you can see it. That's a little place to wash your hands, so I wouldn't get drinking water out of there. Alright, now that that annoying garbage truck is gone with its backup beeper, let's keep on going. That's Site 21, also paved, also ADA compliant. $22. $23. $24. Now you spin around. It's 25, which I guess you could consider, is that 25? See, this is where I get confused. That's why I never camp in this part. Besides that, they're hard to back into. So that is 25, which I think is pull through. Now that sign says 25. So, well, let's see what this electric box has on it. All right, that's the electric box for 25. So that's looking out to the road from the back of site 25. 25. See, there's a lot of pine trees here, so if you don't like pine sap on your rig, keep that in mind. That's 25. All right, that site post says 25. All right, I don't camp in this part, so you're on your own figuring out what's what in here. Because that box way over there says 25. And that site post says 25. And that box back there has 20, which is the box for the site back to back with this one. That's confusing. All right, 26. Now, is this 26? Man, I feel like a real idiot now because I never really checked out these sites over here that close because I don't camp in them because they look like they're too hard to back into. All right, there's the box for 26. So I just walked into 26. That over there is the campground host. Down there is your firewood and your dump station. Back there are the small cabins. Okay, we're going back out to the road where we started, you know, with like site 1. Okay, we're back out to the road and the camping area sign where we started. Here's site 28, right next to extra car parking. So if you camp there, you're probably gonna hear slamming doors and stuff like that. 28. 29. All right, so here is 29. That's 29. I'm going back here again. There's the box for 29. I'm walking through 29 back toward the back side of that loop or cul-de-sac. That's 25. So 25 and 29 must be back to back to one another. That's the box for 29. Then where, pray tell, is the box for 25? Or is it non-electric? That's 29 and it's got an E on the post. All right, anyhow. And this is site 30. I don't know, I'm confused as to which box, which electric box is for which site. So my best advice to you is, here I am giving advice, don't camp in this little thing here if you don't have to. Or if you need electric. It's 29. So that box is for this site. All right. I gave you the site numbers, I showed you the site. Once you get here, you figure out where you plug in at. Okay, let's keep going. All right, now I'm back at the road just beyond site 14. And we're gonna head over to what they call, I think that on the website they call it the back loop, which is the sites along the river. Here you got extra car parking. Only one vehicle per site, so if you drive 2 cars, you need to put your other car over there. Or if you have visitors. Yeah, I just walked in the creek and now I'm on pavement, so my shoes are really gonna squeak now. Maybe I'll just take them off. Be aware of that. Both signs. I have seen this place completely underwater. That's the mouth of Clear Creek. The river's right down there. And that's looking upstream on Clear Creek. Alright, I'm gonna ditch these shoes. Be right back. Alright, I got my Crocs in hand. I'm not squeaking anymore. Okay, back loop or pet loop or whatever you want to call this part. More extra car parking. Got a nice little grassy area here if you want to play some bocce ball or throw a frisbee or something. I'm kind of surprised they never turned those into more campsites, but they didn't. Here's a shower house, new of as 2010 or 11. Used to be pit toilets there. All right, we're back in the campsites. '31. These sites are all electric. They're all pet sites. Site 32. '33. '34. Here's our site, 35. I'm gonna stop here for a minute and get a fire going. '35. All right, I'll be back in a minute. All right, I've had 2 cups of coffee and I got them damn Crocs off, so let's resume the tour. Okay, this is ours, site 35. '36. 37. 38. 39. 'Now you go on back and cross a little stream back here. I'll pick you up once we get closer. Okay, when they ran electric back to these sites, they didn't do these 3. Probably because of crossing this little drainage. So Site 40, which in my opinion is the best site in the park. Nice view of the river, absolutely no shade. Then dead end. And site 42. Nice view of the river, no electric. I've always been going to camp in this one, never have, but I would think it would be shady most of the day. Alright, let's go up on the hill. Alright, that was site 43. Interject my recommendation on that site a little bit. I wouldn't do it. It's an electric site, but it's right at the road, and everybody coming in at night, you're gonna get their headlights coming right in. Okay, this is what I call the Hillside Campsites. I think they're included in the back loop on the reservation system. If you want peace, quiet, seclusion, this is where you want to be. All right. Most of these could be considered tent sites, but I have seen some smaller RVs up here. All right, site 53. And you go quite a ways till you get to the next one. But I'll keep filming just because it's pretty up here. Like I said, if you want peace and quiet, it's nice up here. But if you're hell-bent on walking to the shower house, you're gonna have nice calf and thigh muscles by the time you leave. Site 52. You could conceivably get a RV in there. You might play hell level in it. And up there by the picnic table is a fairly flat spot for a tent or two. A lot of firewood there. Onward we go. Here's site 51. A little better suited for an RV. Small camper, trailer. But your picnic table and fire ring are clear up there, so you gotta traverse those rocks. And I'm gonna show you this one a little closer, because all in all, it's really not a bad site. So here's RV parking. And you got a path up through here. Depending how able-bodied you are to traverse this thing every time. Picnic table, fire ring. Then here, that's a real nice spot for a tent. So this is a pretty nice site, really. Show you that one. Figured I'd show you that one a little closer. Okay. Back at the road. Okay, that was 51 I just showed you. Here is, excuse me, here is site 50. Very similar to that last site I showed you. Picnic table and fire ring are up there. Tent pad beside the picnic table. Site 49. Real similar to the last two, not as level. I wouldn't want to put an RV in there. It's up to you. Tribute trail. You want to get your cardio first thing in the morning? It's a good trail to do it on. Up the hill she goes. All right, on around the circle we go. Never really noticed it before, but obviously somebody thinks this rock looks like some type of animal. First I thought monkey, then I thought buffalo. You decide. All right, we just came around that loop right there. Little curve, horseshoe curve. Right here is where the Oxshoe Trail and the Clear Creek Trail are. So you do get some foot traffic up here. Oxshoe Trail goes on up through there. Clear Creek's down over that bank. These are considered pet sites up here. Clean up after your dog or pet. Okay, we're going back downhill now. Oh yeah, that yellow post over there, that's one of the holes for the disc golf course, so you might see some frisbees flying around up here. All right, Site 48. In my opinion, this is one of the better RV sites up here. However, it's a one-way loop. You can see the angle of that thing. I almost think you got to cheat and come up the wrong side to get back in there, but I'm not the most prolific backer-upper, so. This is a site I hammock camped in the spring. I like it up here. It's quiet. Site 47. Also a decent RV site. And site 46. Really nice tent site. All right, that's your campground. Water hydrant there. I want to show you one thing though. You saw the angle of those sites. It's one way going the way I just walked. In my opinion, it should be the other way around to get back into those sites up there if you got an RV, but if you're a tenter, it's not a consideration unless you have cheat the system and have somebody run interference for you and come up the wrong way, but I'm not advocating that. That's your decision. All right, we're back down by the main part of the campground. Bathhouse is there. River's right down there. Okay, that's your tour. That's the Clear Creek Campground. A lot of people ask about it. Where can I put my certain type of RV or tent? Hopefully this is a help to you. I tried. Hopefully my squeaky Crocs weren't too irritating at first there, and hopefully my voice is, you can crank it up loud enough to hear me, because I know I'm not a loud talker. Okay, I'm gonna go down a couple more cups of coffee and some granola bars and enjoy the river. That's Clear Creek. Come see it.